Nityanandam. With deep gratitude to my Guru, His Holiness Paramahamsa Sri Nityananda Swamiji, I welcome you to this series on Sannyas. For me, Sannyas is the ultimate expression of love. There was a great devotee by name Annamaya in Andhra Pradesh. In those days, the ancient old days, in Tirupati, the Lord was woken up by the chants sung in the languages of Tamil, Sanskrit, and Malayalam. So, story goes that, hearing this, Lakshmi Devi asks Lord Vishnu, how come Tirumala is in the great state of Andhra, with the most sweetest language, Telugu, being spoken in the state, but the Lord is not woken up in that language? There are no slokas, there are no songs, there are no hymns in praise of Lord Venkateshwara in Telugu. So Lord Vishnu, giving his nice mysterious smile, says, just wait and watch. There is someone who's going to come. And hence Annamaya is born on the earth. Annamaya is considered to be an incarnation of Vishnu's sword, which he's always wearing around his hip. Once he comes to planet Earth, Annamaya forgets that he was part or the closest part of the superconscious, and he behaves like a human being, the conscious human being that we all are. He's born in a small village, very traditional village. He's taught the Vedas, the slokas, the chanting, everything from young age. Being a small village, all the relatives used to stay together. And in Andhra, there is a tradition where they marry their mama's daughters. That is, I think it is the mother's brother's children. Okay, some relative on the mother's side, mother's brother's side, on the mother's brother. So there are two beautiful girls, Annamaya's cousins. So they all three grew up. All three planned to marry each other. Yes, it was a polygamous marriage. So they all three grew up dreaming of marrying each other. And Annamaya is so enamored by the beauty of his future wives. He feels there is nothing greater on this earth than their beauty, and he used to feel that his only mission, only purpose of life was to be dedicated to them and just keep singing praises of their beauties. One day, while he's singing praises of their beauty, and three of them were walking on this beautiful hillside, he unknowingly hits onto a sannyasi. And Annamaya was carrying a big umbrella to protect his two future wives from the harsh lights of the sun. The moment he hits the sannyasi, the beautiful umbrella falls from his hand and rolls. Now Annamaya is very irritated. He feels that his future wives will be tanned even by a few seconds of the sun's rays. He turns around very annoyed and looks at the sannyasi and says, don't you have any brains? Can you not see where you are walking and coming? This much common sense you are not brought up with? He snaps at the sannyasi. One thing Annamaya does not realize is that the Lord himself, Lord Vishnu himself, seeing the way that Annamaya has gotten lost in the Maya and the Moha of the world, which are his two future wives, had come down to remind him of his superconsciousness, to supercharge his being with a reminder. Lord Vishnu comes down in the form of the sannyasi, and when he hears these harsh words from Annamaya, he just smiles. Can you imagine how it must be? Lord Vishnu his very own sword, comes to the earth in the form of Annamaya, to propagate and sing hymns in praise of Lord Vishnu in Telugu, not recognizing Lord Vishnu snaps at him. Such a strange thing it was. It's like, your parents send your son away at the age of 3 or 4 to a boarding school, and for some reason they don't get to meet. And when the child is 20 years old, the parents meet the child. The parents know who the child is, but the child does not know who the parents are, and ill treats them. This reminded me something like that. But anyway, back to the story of Annamaya. He sees the sannyasi just looking at him with a very benign smile, and he's like, "Don't you have any brains? Because of you, my beautiful two wives' beauty will be tanned by the sun." So sannyasi is still smiling. "Oh, you think these two girls are beautiful?" So Annamaya is a little offended now. He says, "Yeah, of course. What do you mean? Can there be greater beauty than my two future wives? If there's anything greater and more beautiful than my two future wives, you show it to me. Show me if you can now," he challenges the Lord, who is in the form of a sannyasi. Now the Lord becomes very mischievous and he says, "What you're saying is true. Maybe finding anything or any being as beautiful as your two future wives may be difficult, but if I do show you, what will you do?" Now Annamaya falls into the trap and he says, if ever on this planet Earth, if I see or experience anything more beautiful than my two future wives, I challenge you, I will become their slave. So the sannyasi says, "Okay, I will try my best. Come with me." So he takes him towards an old temple of Lord Vishnu. He takes him inside, and while he's walking inside, Annamaya being Annamaya, he has forgotten his purpose on earth, behaving like a very, very insipid human being, keeps rambling. "What is this, sannyasi? You told me you'll show me some beautiful thing, something more beautiful than my two future wives. You're getting me to a ruined, rundown temple. Why would I want to come here? There's not a single human being inside. How am I going to see anything more beautiful than my two future wives?" The sannyasi smiles and he keeps walking. He does not reply. The sannyasi walks in the front, and just few steps behind him, Annamaya keeps walking, rambling away, being his own insipid, dull personality. See, when I say dull, it does not mean that his personality was dull, but in comparison to who he was, to who he came to be, he was dull. But the sannyasi, being Lord Vishnu himself, the epitome of patience and compassion, just walks him down, takes him into the Garbha Mandir, and moves out of the view of Annamaya. And Annamaya, for the first time, sees the most beautiful, the ever beautiful, the infinitely beautiful deity of Lord Vishnu. The charge that he got, seeing the beauty of Lord Vishnu in stone, carved in stone, smiling radiantly, looking at him, he falls in love and just faints. He falls unconscious, overwhelmed, unable to withstand the supercharge he received by seeing his God, his Ishtadevata, his deity, his Lord, whom he was a part of. Just seeing, just having one view, one look at Lord Vishnu, Annamaya just falls into the infinite love of the Lord, into the infinite love of his Lord. I'm sure many devotees of Swamiji my Guru, His Holiness Paramahamsa Sri Nityananda Swamiji, relate, can identify with this incident because that is what each of them experience when they see Swamiji. The first look. The first time they see him in person. When they are reminded of the highest consciousness, the highest self, people forget the world. That is why many of us take sannyas, understanding, knowing, wanting to share this experience with the world. Because sannyas is the ultimate symbol of love. The love for your superconsciousness, the love for the search of man. It's only when a man keeps seeking, he even has such an experience. If you ever had any such experience with any Ishtadevata or anything on this planet Earth, please leave it in the comment section below, which I would love to read and share with my viewers. If you have any other questions, what superconsciousness is, highest consciousness of the world is, what is God, please leave your questions below and I will respond to you. Thank you for tuning in. Nityanandam.